Drivers, to your cars.
Drivers, start your engines.
We are here from Rockingham. Got a good show for you. Ramsey on the pole and Cussin on his outside. Two greats of Stinger starting front row here. It's going to be a great race here from Rockingham. Phil comes out of turn number 4 to take the green flag. The green flag is waving here from Rockingham. A little bit of a wreck on the front straightaway there. However, we're going to keep it going. This is the new caution rule here. It's going to produce some fine racing today. Cussin leading the field in the number 91 Red Bull machine. So dominant in so many races here. It's going to be tough to win this race, though. He is hanging on through turn number 2. We got a the 52 in the wall back there. Xavier Brown gets into the wall. Battle for the top spot. The number 25, Dryson Ramsey, underneath Penn Cussin, side by side off into turn number 1. Side by side through the front corner here. Continuing to be side by side at the turn number 3 and 4. It's a little bit sideways on the inside, allowing Cussin a gain. But that 25 will have the preferred line. Front. Continuing to be side by side here for the race lead. And finally, Ramsey will now clear off into 3. But what a great battle up the front. Cussin having to slow after getting sideways. That 91 truck got really loose out of turn number 4 there. The 18 and the 29 making some contact. Big contact there. 29 got a good run on the 91 though. 29 of TJ Smith moving into P2, moving around Ben Cussin. Cussin now going to dive underneath that number 29. Does not work. That inside does not have the momentum to carry on through the corner. We got a caution out for a 2-car incident, I believe, on the back straightaway. The 322, yes. So the 31 had come out of pit road. Phil Parker comes out of pit road, slides into the 322. Flores avoids it. Gilbert avoids it. But Ramsey gonna keep the lead here. We are now under caution for the first time today in the Stinger NR2003 series. But after a very exciting opening segment to this race, Ramsey will lead the field down to pit road. Only one car staying out. A couple cars staying out. There was one that is staying out that is not involved in any incidents. That's Cam Smith. Cam staying out there. Not sure really what the goal is, but we'll see. We got a wreck on pit road. The 29 will go around off the front bumper of the number 18 on pit road. And the 90 of Zach Armstrong slams into TJ Smith there. Smith backs it into the 90 as well. I'm not sure what's going on there, but definitely chaotic. 38, first car out of the box, it seems, but your race off pit road will be won by Ramsey, followed by Cussin, then Terzak, then the 38, then Ruiz, Brown, Armstrong, Flores, Childress. TJ Smith will be the last one off the pit road after the issues. We got some lap down trucks coming down. We got Phil Parker there and Joshua Gilbert both coming down to pit road now. But I believe the lights on the pace truck will be turning off pretty shortly here. So the way the cautions work here in Stinger is a little bit different from some other NR leagues that you may have seen. The way these cautions work here in Stinger is you get about 2 to 3 cautions per segment. There's 2 segments to all these races. They all get split in half with a halfway competition break to kind of settle the drivers' nerves a little bit, maybe make them a little bit easier on the mind going into the second half of the race. And the segments are kind of split up, and there's limits for how many cautions we can have. Some of these officials, they want to see a lot of green flag racing. They want to see some of these drawn out segments, and it works. I've been in some of these races where, you're just kind of waiting for that halfway break and waiting because you ran out of the caution limit. And these caution limits, they can work, and they have been working. So this is our first caution for this half in this race, and Cam Smith deciding to stay out. Could this be the deciding factor in Cam's race? We know he's fast, especially in these trucks. Is he going to be able to hold on, though? You got 14 hungry Truck Series drivers running behind him. And it's going to be rough, especially because you got Ramsey and Cussin both behind. Terzak as well in the 1. He's a really fierce competitor. He can shake some things up. He might be able to throw his hat into the ring here, but the lights on the pace car are off as the truck heads into turn number 3. And these drivers are going to have to get ready to go green once again at this challenging racetrack. All right, the pace truck has now pulled in. They're waiting for the green flag to be thrown. And the green is back out here from Rockingham. Cam spins his tires. Stacking up the field up, he's going to get passed by a ton of trucks. We're 3 wide, 4 wide at the turn number 1. Multiple trucks getting kind of thrown around there. Terzak and Cam have both fallen back because of Cam's tire spin there. But this is going to allow Ramsey to have a little bit of a buffer between his main competitor of Ben Cussin. We got a spin in the rear. The number 1 truck goes around in front of the field. He saves it. No! Flores involved. The 31's involved. The 90. Armstrong's involved. That is going to throw the second caution of the first segment already. Phil Parker was involved. Terzak, Flores, Armstrong. I believe Gilbert may have gotten a piece of it. Childress, I believe, has avoided it. Huge crash. All started due to Kyle Terzak in the number 1 truck just getting completely sideways in 3 and 4. I'm not sure if he got tagged or what. Looks like he did get tagged by the 52 of Xavier Brown. believe he sent it in there, tagged the rear bumper of the 1, got him sideways, and that's a familiar sight. Kyle getting sideways. Maybe not here in Stinger, but in some other leagues for sure. And Kyle had that car kind of straightened out, and it jumped once more. As yes, the 52 has been warned by the officials, but nowhere to go for many of these trucks. Santiago Flores in the 66, very upsetting way for him to be involved in this. Phil Parker as well, fast driver there, gets involved with him. And yes, Zach Armstrong gets involved as well with the 322 of Christian Zardi. So this is our second caution in about 10 laps here, and this might take a couple drivers out of this race. There's a couple drivers kind of on pit road here. Cam Smith decides to pit this time. After electing to stay out, he knows we got a long run until the halfway break on about lap 30, I believe, is when it will come into effect. He's the first car off pit road, followed by TJ Smith, Carl Childress, Kyle Turzak. And Christian continues to stay on pit road. But, I mean, this is great news for Ramsey, who hit last time, and then was able to get himself into the lead around Cam Smith when he spun his tires. We have 0 cautions left in the halfway break. This is going to be really interesting. It is going to be a long run to the halfway break. And there's about, I believe, 13 trucks still on the lead lap here. No, only 10 trucks on the lead lap. I'm not sure if Flores will be getting his lap back, but he might. I mean, he's that last car there. He might be the lucky dog. Yeah. Christian clearly upset about that wreck. He was involved when Armstrong spun down the front straightaway. 66 will be the lucky dog that's going to put Flores back in the lead lap. The lights are off on the pace car. We're going to be going green this time by. And we still got a lot of these hungry drivers who are, they might be a little bit apprehensive of making moves because they know they can't get any more cautions. So the whole field could wreck here, and the Stinger officials will just let it go because that's what it says in the rulebook. So they're getting ready to go. Off turn 4. And the green flag is waving. Ramsey holding on right now in front of the 38 and the 18. Ruiz on the inside slides up. Whoa, we got a car sideways. It's TJ Smith in the 29. He keeps it going. He's running right by Cam Smith. Turzak behind him, trying to get through the field. Childress dips below both of them. Really interesting battles all around the field. But right now, Ramsey, huge lead for him. Multiple car lengths. It's probably actually about like 10 car lengths between the 25 and the 38 there. Ooh, big slide for Ben. Ben entered really low and slid all the way almost up into Cam Smith. Smith trying to go around him on the outside on those fresh tires. He pit this time. He's the furthest driver in the field, like up, that's pit. I believe TJ Smith did as well. But the 38 kind of getting a little sideways in front of the 18. I believe that is... Xavier Regelbrug in the 38. The 18 is going to go around him up top, and the 81 is going to split him. Nice move by both of those drivers to kind of get around the 38 as he was sliding in front of the field. We got almost some contact there. I believe Cam may have tagged the wall, and I believe Ben and TJ may have gotten into it off of turn number 4 there. And the 322 is pulled off the racetrack. So that is the end of the day for him. Pulled it behind the wall. And now Cam's going to try to make the charge on Santiago Ruiz there in the 18. He tagged the wall yet again, slowing down that advancement to the front. But nobody, absolutely nobody, is stopping Ramsey up front in that 25, just way too fast. Taking lap 22 now. That halfway break is closing in. I'm not sure how long until it. I'm not sure what lap that is on. But I know it's around the lap 30 mark. So we'll see here what it really comes down to. But that is a huge gap between first and second. As we are coming up on... Oh no, a couple slow trucks went around in the rear. That's what that was. Yeah, so off turn number 4, that's the 29, TJ Smith went around. The 52 ran... Oh no, Carl runs into him. That's interesting. Obviously, the Stinger officials going to keep it rolling here till the halfway break. But I'm going to go through the field right now and just kind of mention everybody. Dryden Ramsey, so quick. Believe the fastest truck on the racetrack. Yes, by a little bit. He's leading the field. Second place is Santiago Ruiz there in the 18. Really quick. 7th fastest on the track. And he's just holding up, or trying to hold off the rest of the field. Not really holding him up. We got Cam Smith behind him. In the 81, we saw him lead that restart couple laps ago, and obviously he spun his tires, but I personally think he has the speed in that truck to challenge the 25 if he gets up there towards the end. We got Kyle Terzak sitting in P number 4. Quick driver, obviously got minimal practice time, but is putting all he has into that number 1 Monster Energy truck. And your last P5, the 38, second fastest on the racetrack. I think he obviously has the speed. His tires got a little bit worn. He was sliding it around. Maybe he's trying to save tires till this halfway break. I don't know, but we'll see. But we got a battle going on for second, third, and fourth here. That is Ruiz, Smith, and Terzak. Is Terzak trying to look underneath him? Obviously, Terzak fast in a couple other leagues. He knows, where to put the pedal down, and he'll get into you if need be. So the 18 will slide up, allowing the 81 to try to make that advancement. Oh, we got a truck around here down the backstretch. That's TJ Smith, the number 29 Interstate Batteries Chevrolet. And almost gets plowed into there by Flores, but Flores avoids him. But our leader now has a 3-second, almost 4-second gap on second, third, and fourth. I don't know that anybody will be able to touch him unless, something happens after one of these restarts. It is all Ramsey up there in front, holding everybody off. We got a nice battle. The 81 now going to go to the outside of the 18, going to clear him, and the 1 car will now go up there to try to get around him. They're going to be side by side entering turn number 3. Terzak above Ruiz there. We'll go around him. Now Terzak will fight Cam Smith here. Less than a car length between those two. Solid run for both of these drivers here. And Terzak trying to kind of use a different line. He doesn't want to run in the same dirty air the 81 is. when you're doing this, you kind of want to be in a different line, but your line has to be just as quick as the other driver. See the 81 slides up there. Kyle's going to poke the nose underneath, and they're going to go side by side to the line. Cam trying to force him low, trying to force him to lift out of it before one, but Kyle does not, and they're both going to slide up. Cam almost into the wall, keeping it about a half a truck, and now he will get into the wall out of the corner. Cam Smith into the wall out of turn number 4 after a side-by-side entry with Terzak. That is going to have him slide all the way back as we got the 52 truck on pit road. I believe that is just for some tires before this halfway break. The 18 for Weeze complaining over the radio that he does not like this racetrack. He's not a fan. I mean, he's sitting third here, so he can run it. I guess he just doesn't like the way the trucks are handling on it. As you can see, KYT, Kyle Terzak, getting around the number 29 there. And Ruiz also trying to get around the number 29. Cam Smith has kind of gotten his act back together off of turn number 2. Trying to fight back for this third place battle. Cam will now get around another car there. That's a lapped car, TJ Smith. So we got about 3 laps of the halfway break to this time by. So these drivers kind of coasting around. They don't really want to do too much. You can see Flores there trying to just stay on the lead lap. He does not want to get lapped. Your first car 1 lap down. He doesn't want to get lapped again. He wants to stay on this lap. There's now 2 laps to go, and Ramsey is now going to be gaining on this 66, attempting to put him another lap down, so there's less chance of the 25 being beaten by some of these slower cars. Because he knows if he stays behind him, he'll get this lap back, and he'll be another truck he has to battle later on. But he's going to put him 2 laps down, meaning the 66, I believe, will only get 1 of those laps back. So that's why you can see Flores fighting as hard as he can there to try to maintain it. We got the 52 there. 2 laps down, as well as Flores into the wall right near the leader. That could have been bad. And I believe right about now we're going to see a caution be thrown, and yes, there it is. So Ramsey will win. Ooh, really close. Will win that kind of race to the halfway break. So he's going to restart in the lead there. This should be a pretty solid restart all around here. I'm interested to see how these pit stops will work out. Yeah, that 52 is not being favored by the officials currently. He just got another warning by them to kind of stay out of the way of the leaders. And that's the kind of thing that, you got to watch out for. Because this race does count for these drivers, their rating. And the rating determines what races they can attempt to qualify for and all this other stuff. As Ramsey will now pull it in. And I apparently missed Terzak being getting around the 18 there. So it looks like everybody that is on the lead lap is going to come down to pit road. Yes, they all will. Yeah, everybody pulling into pit road. And the 66 maintaining that 1 lap down lap. So he will now, I believe, get his lap back this time. So, this race off pit road is going to be won by Kyle Terzak. Terzak will win the race off pit road off of some pit strategy. Ramsey, Ruiz, then 38, Ben Cussin, Carl Childress. So we got a shake up here. KYT going to take the lead off of pit road. And we'll see how that plays out. The 66 will be getting our lucky dog no matter what, so that's why he is pitting. And, oh, there he is. There's Gilbert onto pit road. That was a pretty close call there. He almost messed that one up. But Turzak will now be your leader after a pretty nice pit call. Deciding to, I'm not sure if he only took 2 tires or if there was another call, less fuel, maybe. Or maybe he just had a better pit stop. I'm not sure, but we will see when we go back green. Once again, absolutely phenomenal stop by Kyle Turzak in that number 1 truck. Bryson Ramsey sitting behind him. We know he's fast. He's clearly the fastest truck on the racetrack, but is it going to be a different story now that Turzak doesn't need to fight through cars to get up there? You know, we know Kyle got slowed down by the checkup from the 81. We know he really hasn't seen the lead today. But now that he is up front, the question is, does he have the truck? Does he have the willpower? And does he have the drive to get up there and hold that lead off for the remainder of this race? Personally, I believe he can. I've seen his driving ability. I know what he can do. And I think that he will be able to hold off that 25, at least for another 10 or so laps. So you can see the 66 there getting his laps back. I'm not sure if it's both or one, but we'll be letting you know. Going green this time by here as the field rolls through turns number 3 and 4. Turzak and that number 1 Monster Energy Ford. Very quick today, as well as Ramsey and Ruiz behind them. These top 3 are probably going to be the ones to fight it out at the end as they come off turn number 4 to take the green. Green flag in the air here. A little bit of a tire spin from the 18. A couple cars pushed. That could have caused some huge implications. They're going to go side by side for the lead. Kyle gets into the 25. 25 sliding. Here comes Ruiz underneath him. Remember, cautions are able to be thrown now as the 25 will now dive it in underneath the 1 machine. Will the inside stick on fresh tires? Yes, it will. New race leader will be Ramsey. We got a spin. I believe that is 2 cars. Yes, it is a 90 and the 29. Officials will decide to keep it going. Kyle now has the lead as they roll into 3 and 4. Ruiz and Ramsey gonna battle side by side now. Will this allow Kyle to pull away in the fresh air? He might. Can that 25 hold the inside? He's going to slide up at least 1 lane. Can he get that truck planted enough to go at the 1 car? We saw him hold it in 3 and 4. Now the top 3 are going to kind of single file out. Can he hold on? Here comes that 25 now underneath the 1. Using all of that the racetrack to try to get around Kyle. Holding the inside. Will it be enough? Kyle gets the run out of the corner. They're still side by side down the back straightaway. Neither of them giving each other an inch. Kyle dives it into the corner, but he slides. The 25 will get a better exit. He slides up the track. Both of them slipping and sliding and using every inch. Everything they have is going into this battle for the top spot right now. Your entry decides your exit, and your exit decides your entry for the next corner. So it is so important to get every aspect perfect, as the 18 will now try to make a pass on the 1 car, but he'll slide up. You can see how light these trucks get on corner exit. They almost hop up the racetrack, and that can have severe consequences. Hi. 25 will now get to about half a second lead. Kyle needs to drive as hard as he can to go get around him. driving hard is one thing. Actually executing it and getting around him is a completely different monster. Kyle's gaining just a little bit, I believe. At least enough to kind of stay in the picture here. Because we do not have much of this race left. And I think Kyle just needs to stay in the picture. Ruiz needs to stay in the picture. They're both in this fight. They just need to kind of... They're gaining. They gained about a 10th on him this time. But if they just push each other and they don't try to pass, they have an honest opportunity to get around this 25. Because, you know, it's how much you use up your tires. It's all that stuff that's really going to determine who wins this race. And they lost a lot of time that time by. Yes, a lot of time. So, are they saving their tires, or are they just racing too hard? We do not know. The 52, I believe, got up in the wall there. But Ramsey now holding on lap 53. Kyle Terzak going to gain away from that 18. By a pretty solid margin. Now these top three are all kind of separated from each other. Kind of at certain intervals. A driver I'm concerned about that I have not seen too much about is Ben Cussin. You know, we have not seen much from him. We could have seen a lot more. He was equally as fast as the 25 earlier in the day. And then I believe just kind of slowly fallen back and fallen off as the day has gone on. But it is all Drysdale Ramsey. We got to spin the 08. Spun towards the exit of pit road. Don't believe that it's cause for anything major. And Xavier Brown is disconnected. He is now out of the race. I assumed he already was. Oh, he was. My bad on that. But Ramsey has now pulled to over a second, almost 2-second lead now on that one. And you know we're closing in on that about 20 lap mark. Sorry, that 10 mark, 10 laps ago mark. My bad. And I don't think we're gonna see another incident here towards the end. I think this might just be the end of it. It's going to be how well can you conserve your tires for that little like 5-lap shot at the end, and can you stay in distance while you're doing that? Because yeah, so maybe you can conserve tires, but are you going to be close enough? Are you going to be within that like couple second margin to the leader to where you're going to be able to push it? And I don't think anybody is. But Drysdale Ramsey right now holding on to that number 25 Rackley Ware car. And hit that 10 to go mark right now. Just flying. Sorry, 20 to go. I was right before. I'm a little thrown off. 66 truck. Santiago Flores has been holding his own. If he was on the lead lap, he would be scored in 5th right now. But he's still 1 lap down, and he might not get the lucky dog if we do see anything in these next like 20 or 19 laps. We got Ben Cussin on pit road. That is big Big news. Do we see pit stops? That is a possibility. 1 lap down. 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 1 Ben Cuffs, and I believe this is due to tire wear, but I could be wrong. Yeah, it's a normal stop, so I believe that is just due to excessive tire wear here. Driving too hard, and now Carl on pit road as well. So, you know, we saw this at a couple races. You know, it's the pit early and hope our caution to come out, or hope the leaders pit, or whatever. But we got a good battle heating up here for what will be P number 3. And the drivers that have fresh tires are probably going to be able to plow through the field here. So Joshua Gilbert, I'm going to try to get around some of these cars in front of him. He just came off pit road. Carl now just coming off the pit road. So this is going to be pretty interesting here. Because a lot of these cars are not in the same lap. The 38 and the 18, they're on the same lap. The 08, 66, they're laps down, but they're on different laps. And now the 81, Cam Smith, another truck on the lead lap, is now gaining. Be one weird fight for that third place position. Cussin gotten around the 1 car, and that should put him in contention to get his lap back if the yellow does arise. Because right now your lucky dog would... Yeah, we did just have a lag issue, and that could have brought an incident out. When this happens, you know, you got to think about where you are on the track, where the other drivers are on the track, and how that's really going to affect you when everybody comes back and like links back in. We got a wreck in the front stretch. We got 2 cars sliding through the grass. The 81 Cam Smith and the 18 of Santiago Ruiz, both cars spinning. Carl avoiding it. That is 2 cars. We got more cars wrecking. And we got a caution being thrown. Phil Parker's involved. This should allow Santiago Flores to be put back on the lead lap. I don't think Ruiz or the other truck involved, Cam Smith, I don't think they're going to be lapped on. I think they're both going to be still in the lead lap. That should put 6 trucks in the lead lap here. But who pits? This is right here when they come past the pit road entrance. This could be huge. So you got Ramsey, Terzak, Xavier, a couple others still in the lead lap, and it looks like they're all going to choose to pit. All the lead lap trucks are choosing to pit. Ruiz coming in as well with Cam Smith. I should be pitting. But nasty wreck sliding through the infield grass and then back up onto the racetrack where I believe Carl Childress did get involved. 66 car will be lucky dog, and Santiago Ruiz will be warned for causing that incident. Yeah, so both the 90 and the 91 were on the same lap as Flores. However, Flores is what's ahead of them on the racetrack, so that's why he gets his lap back. No wave rounds or anything either. So it's just going to be the 66 getting his lap back. And 25, the 1, the 38, the 18, and then the 81 will be your order as they come off the pit road. The lap down trucks now all going to come into pit this time by, or most of them will. Ben might stay out because Ben pit, the 08 pit, Carl pit. Phil Parker, I don't think pit. So that's interesting that he chooses to stay out. Maybe he did pit and I missed it. I'm not entirely sure. But they might all be on the inside here for this restart, so we'll see how this plays out. But your lap down trucks now all pitting. Most of them should be. Your fastest lap of the day is the 25, Dryden Ramsey. Obviously he's been in control all day, but we've seen restarts where he might slip it up a little bit, especially if he's going to be behind some lap trucks, behind some trucks that are going to distract him. This could be pretty entertaining here, what we see towards the end. But right now, it is entirely going to be how you conserve these tires on this last run, because we are heading into the 10-lap shootout, and it's 10 laps of do you push and think, oh, we might get another caution, conserve, or what? But I don't know. Phil Parker now deciding to pit, so that's an update on him. But it's going to be about 10 laps here. 9 laps when we go green. How hard are these drivers going to push? When do these drivers want to push? This is going to be interesting. So, Ben Cusson, your race leader. No, sorry. Ben Cusson, the first car, 1 lap down when we go back green. Your race leader, Dryden Ramsey, Kyle Terzak. They're 1 and 2. They've been extremely fast today. The 38's been fast. The lap cars are going to be in the way here on the start. I'm not sure if they're going to be told to get out of the way. I'm not sure what the rules for that is. But we're going to be green this time by. Here we go. Off 4. About 3 lap trucks in front of the leaders. Here we go. They're getting all stacked up. The green flag is waving. Ben spins his tires. The 18's around into Phil Parker. They're both spinning through the grass. We got a couple cars spinning through the grass. Phil Parker and Santiago Ruiz. That's 2 cars spinning through the grass. And we got Carl spinning as well. And there's it's Ben versus Dryden. They're both trying to fight for their laps here. Ben's now going to go for a 2nd lap down, and I believe we got some other spinners here. I believe the 29 may have gotten sideways. He's going to get involved with the 81, and they're going to go around Cam Smith, lead lap car. The 90's involved. The 29's involved down the front straightaway. It's 3 trucks, and we got another caution being thrown. This is going to set up the restart of a lifetime here. So we got a 3-truck incident down the front straightaway. Huge hits here. Cam Smith is involved. TJ Smith as well. And Zach Armstrong involved as well in that incident. Phil Parker narrowly avoiding, as well as Carl Childress. Both kind of getting through that one. But this restart is going to be where it's at. Because now it's, do you pit for a couple laps, fresher tires? How worn are your tires after trying to get through those lap trucks? The trucks that spun, because we got Cam on the lead lap there that spun. This puts Flores in 3rd, who has been a lap down since the first incident of the day, and nobody pits from the top. I don't think anybody up front is pitting. Santiago Ruiz is pitting. He was involved in the incident on the front, as well as Cam Smith. The lap down trucks cannot pit this time by, so that's why they are not. But the lap down trucks, it's going to be weird. Because now Ben put himself 2 laps down, meaning he's not going to be in the lead lap. If he would have stayed in front of the 25, he would have been. But he wasn't. Yeah. And the 08, Joshua Gilbert, who was, at the time, 11 laps down, has fallen out. I believe that is it for him. The 81 being blamed for that incident. Cam Smith being told he was the cause of that incident down the front straightaway. But, unfortunate. extremely unfortunate for the 90 of Zach Armstrong, who was kind of clipped in that. He's been clipped in a lot of incidents. He's not slow, but he's just kind of been hit with a couple wrecks and here and there, and it's upsetting to see a driver that has potential kind of get involved, especially when they're not even on the same lap as the trucks that have wrecked. So we're going to be under caution for a little bit here. I'm not sure when we're going back green. We might not even go green until we're going to be going green this time, so it should be 2 to go. Lap 78 out of 79 is when we're going to be going green. So this is going to be it here. I mean, you have the top 4 are all there. Then you got Phil and Carl, who are laps down. But you got the top 4 who are sitting here and getting ready to go. You have Santiago Flores, who has not been on the lead lap much today. If for only 5 or 10 laps at the beginning of this race before the first incident happened, but the pace car is off. Kyle's all in the bumper of the 25. And the green flag is waving. And a good start. Phil Parker in the wall of the 29 sliding. Remember, this is it. Nothing else can happen. So it is a 2-lap shootout to the finish. And the 25 got a fantastic restart. Here comes Flores now trying to get around the 1 on the outside. Santiago Flores now trying to get around Kyle. It's not going to work. He does not have that momentum yet. Last lap, white flag for Dryson Ramsey. Into turn number 1 and 2. Kyle sliding up with the 66, trying that battle for P number 2. In 2, 3, and 4. Dryson Ramsey. Fantastic race from this number 25 team. Off of turn number 4 to the line. Dryson Ramsey will win here from Rockingham. A wreck behind. Terzak overturns at the line. The 66 and the 38 involved. Huge crash. Major incident across the start-finish line, but that means nothing to the driver of the number 25. Dryson Ramsey, your race winner here from Rockingham. Drove an extremely impressive race. I don't think any incidents for that truck today. Just extremely fast and really impressive. Extremely impressive drive there for the number 25. Yeah, you do not get a better race than that. See, he's getting ready for his burnouts. He's going to burn it down here on the front straightaway. And that was extremely fun to call. What a race. I mean, that all came down to the last lap there. The side-by-side battle between Terzak and Flores there to the line. Great drive. By everybody, really. Only 5 trucks ended up on the lead lap, I believe, after there was an incident with the 18 on the restart. But that will do it for the commentary side of things for today. I will be seeing you guys around. Thank you to Jack for letting me commentate this one. That was a lot of fun. And I'll see you guys next time. This has been Paul, commentating for Stinger TV. See you next time. Oh, hold on. My bad. We're getting interviews. I don't know that I've seen this before, but we're getting interviews for Stinger. Oh, Kyle Turnback. Piece 2, really close battle with Santiago Flores. You may have had the second best truck there today. What do you have to say about your drive?
We started at 10th. Had a pretty poor qualifying. The But we got it back together. We got spun by the 52 there, which sucked. But but we gathered it up. We drove from like seventh to second, and all the way to the halfway break. And I think that was when my truck was fastest on that long green flag run. And yeah, during the halfway break, we just had a killer pit stop. We actually beat him by like 2 to 3 car lengths, and we had a good battle. I know he lifted early, and I expected him to do that, but I wasn't ready for it right there. So I tried to go down low, but my truck kind of pushed up there, and he kind of got to me. But we had a really good truck, you know. That yellow flag with about 5 to go killed us. Um, but you know it happens. But first time racing Stinger, had lots of fun. Short run was pretty bad, as you can see on that white flag. Um, but we managed it, got the P2, got some experience, you know. But the 25 was really fast out there. But I think we should have we would have had something there if the yellow didn't come out because we were catching. But it happens. We move on. So yeah.
Yeah, well, I want to congratulate you on that P2 finish, P2 out of 15. That's really good for your first start here, especially with the limited amount of practice you had. Um, but good drive anyway, and great finish between you and the 66 there across the line.
Yeah, I just want to thank Matcha Energy for everyone back at the shop, Toter, everyone, Gear Wrench. But yeah, we're just gonna move on, go back to the shop, look at the data and lap times, and look at the footage, and probably be back here tomorrow at Daytona.
Alrighty.
All right, thank you.
Yep. Thank you.